Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Just got back from Woodward, Oklahoma 2 days ago, and now we're turning around going back to Guyman, Oklahoma, about 90 miles away. And the reason for the long drive home, decided to fix my Honda Civic. As much as I love my dually, the $450 in fuel to go to Woodward and back last weekend was just miserable. Thought this car blew a head gasket a month and a half ago. I got taking the air box off the car to get ready to change the head gasket, and come to find out that I had a rubber water crossover hose that had a hole in it on the back of the block that I could not see with everything on it, so I thought it was puking water out of the head. So we're going to take off today. We're going to enjoy the air conditioning and the roughly 30 miles to the gallon instead of no AC, riding like a Sherman tank, and 12 miles to the gallon. So let's go. First stop for the day. Let's stop in at the Grown Fellas Chuck E. Cheese. Second stop on our trip today, stopping off in Wichita Falls, Texas briefly. Help Chris Davis do some maintenance on the trucks we drove last week before continue on where we're going for the rest of the weekend. Well, what do you know? I make it here to the venue in Wichita Falls, and Chris is nowhere to be found. Go figure. We'll just harass him when he shows up. We have located Chris. I show up on time and you make me go look for you. It's okay. I come bearing gifts. Okay. Probably tough to see given the space limitations we got, but trying to spin new bearings into this motor, try to get it to live for a couple more weeks. Ain't that right, Chris?
What?
Trying to get it to live for a couple more weeks.
We'll see.
Grace is not our strong suit, Chris.
No, it's not. Update from last night. Plans got all switched around and turned upside down, and mystery people driving mystery trucks, and I have picked up Chris. Chris is coming with us to Guyman. And on this trip to Guyman, if you remember the start of this video, I mentioned I had just fixed a water leak which was causing an overheating issue, and now we did just fine from Wichita Falls to Amarillo. And now we're in between Amarillo and Guyman, Oklahoma, in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And that little green drive light is flashing, and I have absolutely no low gears in this car. So we're either going to have to come up with a very unique way to fix it, or really have to stick to the interstates to get the car home, and then figure out where to go from there, because I really don't want to go back to spending my entire paycheck on fuel for the dually. Welcome to Guyman, Oklahoma, here at the Guyman Pioneer Days Rodeo Arena. I forget the actual name of it, it's on the sign out front.
Pretty cool layout here. Built into a natural bowl. Pretty good size floor. Getting ready to run the water truck 2 or 3 times through here so we can get started building. A little bit of a challenge. Skid steer, got a tire machine, so that'll be fun. But we'll make the best of it. So here we are, about halfway through day 2, setting up here in Guyman, Oklahoma. Got the ride truck in position already. The track is already shaped. We're currently watering it, getting ready to paint it. FMX bag is set up. Making my way up to the skid steer so I can smooth out the approach and landing for the freestyle motocross rider. It's about 2:30. Pit party opens at 4:30, so stuff's gonna start moving here pretty fast. We'll get trucks into the arena, set up for pit party, get the ramps painted, get ready to open the doors here in just a couple hours. I'm gonna try to talk loud enough to not have the copyrighted music strike me. But going on to the pit party here in Guyman, Oklahoma. Got the track all painted up. Drivers are ready, meeting the fans, signing autographs. I'm behind the wheel of the Tantrum ride truck. It's $15 to go for a ride in a real monster truck at your local rodeo arena.
Make some noise for Alec White in Bad Decision. Texas, make some noise for Cody Annex in Crazy Heifer. Put your hands together for Dylan Finley in King Crunch. Here to party like it's 1989, make some noise for Aaron Basil in Nightlife. 5, 4, 3, 2. Break off and we just reattached it right here. Come on, make some noise for Chase Sideways Crab.
if you remember back to earlier in this episode, we had some foreshadowing about hoping the transmission in the car wouldn't be the problem. Well, it turns out the transmission's not the problem at all, but apparently the head gasket is. Me and Chris, now sad Chris, are currently sitting in the middle of a U-turn on Highway 287 in the middle of nowhere in Texas, waiting for the car to cool off enough to try to make it 3 miles back to the town of Childress, try to find a hotel for the night, and find a new place to go. Since I didn't film anything earlier in the day, we got the track and sound system taken care of, we fixed a monster truck, waited entirely too long at the Mexican restaurant for food. It was just a rough day all around. And now it got a lot better. We'll have an update later. Fantastic news. We're moving. However, foot to the wood, and it's taken us 2 miles to get to 60 miles an hour, but we're going to make it to the town of Childress at least. Worst case, we'll hoof it a couple blocks to find us a hotel for the night. Good morning and welcome to a new day in Childress, Texas. And join me and Chris. Join me, Chris, and all the 18-wheelers on Highway 287 as we got everything loaded up. $505 later, we're going to get home one way or another, damn it. Off in the arena where this video pretty much started at in Wichita Falls. Dropped Chris back off with his usual ride, pulling out of the arena now, and got about 2 hours to go to get home in the rental. And the crazy journey's finally coming to an end. Filling up with gas so I can turn the rental back in, and then we're going to try to limp the Civic with a rod knock 3 miles home because I don't have anybody to come pick me up before this place closes. So one way or another, this is getting dropped off so I don't get charged any more money, and the car's going to make it home. Got to make it 3 miles to the house, and it will not run on its own. Have to power brake it. Transmission's upset, and quite frankly it's probably going to start rod knocking as soon as it gets some heat in it. Finally up to 45 miles an hour and foot on the wood for over half a mile. I'll put it in second gear and give it some chance of leaving a stoplight here. Alright, come on. Third gear. Second stop sign. Very unhappy downshift to second. Alright. Let's make an unhappy upshift to third. There it is. And to my surprise, it made the 8-minute drive over here and survived. Well, the Civic eventually made it home, and that's going to bring it into this video. Next week, I think we're going to go back to trying to fix up the cooling system on my dually, as we're going to get ready for another road trip to Monroe, Louisiana to go back for some drag racing. And one of these days, I think we'll eventually get to the Firebird or the Camaro so we can finally make some content with those. Oh, and the car just died. Excellent way to end the video. If you've enjoyed this wild ride, which I sure hope you've enjoyed it more than me, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Big thank you to Chris, Dylan Finley, Don Finley, everything they did for me this week. Big shout out to Christina at the hotel we stayed at last night in Childress, Texas. Gave us the hard luck discount after hearing what was going on, and we really appreciate it. But yeah, before I ramble too long, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.